Ladies and gentlemen, the podcast has returned.
We're back.
We're back.
A dinosaur story.
We're back, bitches. I'm Jirard.
I'm Brett.
I'm Al.
What is your name, sir?
I'm Al.
Al.
I'm here.
It's a new year. It's a new day. New Day is a great wrestling group in the WWE.
New day.
More importantly, it's your opportunity to be loud and be heard. There are thousands of people. I have gotten dozens and dozens of comments all over the world that they missed Al's words of wisdom. So Al, to start off our podcast, words of wisdom, go.
Enjoy both sides of the toast.
That's a damn good Kermit.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys.
It's been a while.
It's been a while
We missed you guys.
since we've been...
Locked away in shame. No, we're not in shame.
No, in a podcast. First off, I don't have a beard. Hi, my beard's gone. It'll be back. Look at it. It's already gone. It's already coming back.
Yeah.
It's already there.
It looks good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry that we've been away for so long.
So let's talk about what's happened since our last podcast until today.
I had a baby.
Brett had a... Wait, what?
Nah, no baby.
No. No, I don't think so.
No baby.
No. We had a new year. We had Christmas. I had a birthday. I turned 29.
Happy birthday.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Thank you. It feels weird. I just get older. That's it. Done.
Time does that.
Time does that, right? What else happened? All of my brand deals finally ended. We did Resident Evil 7. We did For Honor. That's still happening-ish right now. And the show, we just been doing the show. We did what have we done so far this year? We did Last of Us. We did Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Tight.
And there was one more we did. Which one do we do?
What do we...
We did more than... Didn't we?
What year is it?
2017.
They all blend together, man.
What did we do at the beginning of this year?
That's it.
Have we only done those two?
We
Last
said
of Us?
Last of Us and...
Code Veronica. 3D Game Heroes, of course.
3D Dot.
How could I forget the brightest game on planet Earth?
Right.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to kick off season 6 of the show.
That's a hell of an accomplishment.
Yeah. Season 6, episode 200 and
XDX.
2066. 204, 205.
Damn.
We're going to be starting out with our themed month in February, which is Disappointing Games Month.
Hooray!
It is going to suck.
But not for you, the viewer.
For your entertainment, it's going to suck.
Yeah.
We got 4 games in the pipes that are difficult. What do we got, Brett? Name the game off we're doing.
You just want me to tell people what we're doing?
Look, we've been gone for 5 weeks. We got to get them amped. We got to get them jazzed.
God. See, this is something you do sometimes. You
just got to give in.
You just want to, like...
You
want to pull back the curtain and show the old man. And I'm like, yo, we got to show these people Oz. You know what I mean? I'll show the old man if you want me to show the old man.
Sometimes we got to show him the old man.
All right, the old man...
It's been 5 weeks. We got to get him show a little leg. You know what I mean?
The old man says that the first game that we're doing for Disappointing Games Month is Sonic the Hedgehog and the Secret Rings.
Sonic the Hedgehog and the Secret Rings of Disappointment.
Each ring more disappointing than last.
With the worst rendition of a theme song I've ever heard.
Yo, I love that theme song.
Make believe, you can't even understand what he's saying.
Crush
Crush 40 did a way better cover of that song, and it's so good.
Tight. Love it.
Al, name another game we're doing in Disappointed Games Month.
Ride to Fail.
Ride to Fail Retribution.
Also known as Ride to Hell Retribution, just in case you guys are trying to Google this stuff as we speak.
One of you Googled Ride to Fail.
It's Ride to Fail. You write all
That's
the
what
fail.
We Googled it. Found some weird stuff.
Unfortunately, Al, as original as that may sound,
It's not.
I guarantee you someone out there Ride to Fail.
It fits too good for it to not have been like, even the creator was like, this shall Ride to Fail.
It's good. It's a slant rhyme, but it's very good.
So those are just little sneak previews for the curtains of TOVG for the Completionist. the reason why we haven't done the podcast, and more importantly, stuff on this personal channel, has been because we've been in construction hell. This is our newer-ish set. This is going to be changing a little bit more and more as we get back into the swing of things. But in this room specifically, we have done some major construction to make sure that Sam over there, stripping, can't hear us. And Octo behind us, Octopimp, can't hear us either. So we've had that, and then I've had my office torn apart. Dodgers had her office torn apart. It's been a lot of construction and traveling and brand deal stuff, and it's been tiring, but we're back.
Yep.
It's 2017. Let's talk about video games.
I like those.
I love those.
I've been playing through Resident Evil.
What was that?
I do them. I do games.
I do games.
You do games?
I do games.
Al, you love video games.
I do.
This is the thing. You come off a little disinterested in the stuff we talk about the show, but secretly I know you love all the shit we talk about.
I love it all.
Yeah, real talk. You got to get Al talking like, Al, who's broken in Street Fighter?
Everyone.
No, Al, who's broken in Street Fighter?
All right, where would you like me to begin?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like he hides it, but Al's got a lot of opinions.
When the camera gets on, Al's quiet.
Yeah.
We're off camera. We're chatty Cathy up in this.
What would you like me to be chatty Cathy about?
Whatever you want. Video games. That is the name of the show.
Let's do.
Bradley, change the name of the show to video games.
Wait, change it back right now. That's gonna change. That's gonna confuse people.
Just video games.
All right, fine. We're
hey
video
guys,
games.
we're video games. I'm Jason.
But yeah, I was saying I've been playing that Resident Evil.
Resident Evil?
Yeah, new Resident Evil. That's 7. It's pretty good. I haven't finished it yet, but it's pretty good.
I finished it and I loved it. It was fun.
Al, you don't do that stuff, do you?
I don't. I'm like really set in my ways when it comes to games. Like I got my 2, 3, 4 that I like just grind away at.
What are you grinding nowadays?
Right now I'm Street Fighter. That's a big one.
Everybody's broken.
Everybody's broken, but that's what makes the game equal is that everybody's broken. You know, it's full circle. It's full circle.
All right.
And a lot of WoW right now because the new raid was released last week. So.
Really?
Yeah, the Nighthold.
A lot of World of Warcraft up in this.
Hell yeah.
I'm kind of the same way. I stick to a couple games and don't bounce a lot. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you mostly go back and forth probably between fighters and League of Legends, huh?
But see, League of Legends for me is like popcorn. Like I'll just play one game. I'll play like 2 games a week. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Easy. Done.
That's been me in Overwatch. Overwatch has been my popcorn game. I'll play for a few hours, then not play. Although I have. We can talk more games. I have been obsessed. Well, I was obsessed. I haven't been obsessed recently. With Final Fantasy 15. I really walked away loving that game. I cried throughout the whole thing. It was a good time.
Did you really cry?
I was tearing up. I can't when I review this
God.
game. When I review this game one day, I can't wait to share with you guys the video I took of myself crying.
Wait, you filmed yourself crying?
I was like, why am I crying? I made a vlog and I'm just like, I don't know why. The waterworks are going. It's hitting me hard. It was so my New Year's Eve. I was by myself at the office at like midnight, and I just had the instinction of like, you know what? I should finish the game, and so I did. And there was no one around to talk to about what happened.
That's why you
and
cried.
Enjoyed the experience, and I just started crying. I went to In-N-Out. Brian, the guy behind the counter, was very concerned for me and asked if I was going to be okay.
You were still crying at In-N-Out?
And I just said,
Damn.
"Hey, I just don't worry about it. I'm totally okay." And he's like, "Are you alone on New Year's?" And I was like, "Yeah, but like that's
He did not ask you that.
He did.
Some dude behind the counter was that forward.
I was a wreck.
Does no one love you today?
It wasn't like that.
Here's your shake.
It was like, are you like what the? He was like very much more like what are your plans? Like obviously.
He was hitting on you.
No, it was a lot more. It was very much like a. He definitely felt bad for me that I was by myself, getting food, at his establishment.
Yeah, he was looking out for
I was the only one in the restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
This was In-N-Out?
In-N-Out, yeah. On New Year's, right at midnight.
Maybe he wanted you to stay because he was alone too.
I mean, he's there. You can go say hi to Brian at In-N-Out. He's still there, probably.
Let's go see Brian after
Let's go
this.
see Brian, you guys. Beer Bros homework. Go see Brian.
Well, I would like to see that video one day of you crying.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. I'm nervous to share it. I already regretted it. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15, Resident Evil 7, For Honor. Those have been my 3 games I'm going back and forth with. What else has happened in 2017? The Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. We have been introduced to the Nintendo Switch. It's coming out in less than a month. I'm excited. I'm probably the only one in the room excited for the Nintendo Switch.
I mean, look, I think it's cool, but yeah, I'm not like super hype about it, you know?
What is the Nintendo Switch?
Stop it.
Al doesn't really chicken on news. He gets the news from us because we talk about stuff.
It's true.
It's true. So the Nintendo Switch, Al.
Stop. Al, is this real?
I have absolutely no idea. I've heard you guys talking about it.
Stop it.
No
you
idea.
You are killing me right now if you don't know what the Nintendo Switch is. Is this real?
What is the Nintendo Switch?
Is this real right now?
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
Dude, I had no idea, Al. I had no idea.
I'm like now really curious. So, like you're.
So the Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god.
Is the brand new gaming console by Nintendo.
Okay.
And the idea of the Switch is there are several different ways to play it. You don't have to play it in the one way Nintendo has told us to play it for a long time, right? They're usually like, okay, in the Wii you had to use the motion controller and
yes.
And in the Wii U you had to use the gamepad.
Your failure, okay.
In this case, imagine that you can take that gamepad with you wherever you want, but you don't have to play with the controllers that are on the side of it. You can use like a PlayStation-esque type controller to play all of the games. And you can take the controls on the side of the gamepad and take them off and put them into controller mold and use that as your controller. And so the idea is that you can switch it on the go anywhere you go. So you can be at your house playing a full-on console game at your TV, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm going to go travel. I'm going to go somewhere. And you pick up the unit with you, and you take it on the go, and you can keep playing it. And so that's the idea of the Switch, is that you go from playing it in your house to playing it on the go. The idea is to constantly take the experience with you. And these games aren't just like mobile games. It's like the new Zelda's going to be on it. Mario Kart's going to be on it. I'm sure Smash Bros is going to be on it. And the nice thing is, and the most important thing to me, is that you don't have to play the way that Nintendo wants you to play. You have multiple options of playing this console, whether it's a Pro-esque type controller. You can take off the sides of the control pads and hold them in your hands like this, like the Wii, or you can put them together and make a Pro controller you want. It's cool because the screen is like the size, probably like almost the size of like an iPad, where it's like a pretty hefty screen. And then if you want, you can just put it in a docking bay and it outputs everything in 1080p to your TV. So that's the Nintendo Switch.
Sounds pretty good. Sounds like they've admitted defeat on their controllers.
Whoa. What do you mean by that?
Al for the longest time loves Nintendo games, but he hates the controllers.
I love
He hates the Wii and the Wii U controller component.
He made that very clear a
yeah.
second ago, but I don't understand what you mean when you say it sounds like they've admitted defeat.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, when a PlayStation comes out, here is your PlayStation controller. When the Xbox comes out, here's your Xbox controller. When the Nintendo comes out, we don't know. Just find something that works for you.
Well, I mean, there's official Switch controllers that come with it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's the, to me, I thought the gamepad was genius because it basically takes a Super Nintendo controller and puts it on the side of a gamepad. That's why I really enjoyed it. But then you have the Nintendo Wii U Pro Controller, and that thing is like, in my opinion, one of the best controllers out there. I think it's better than the 360. I think it's better than the PS3. It just has all of the button control that I want out of a Super Nintendo controller, while also having the high quality analog sticks and triggers of, see, that's it right there. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So and the cool thing about the Switch is that it's the cheapest console in the market. Well, cheapest debut. The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One came out at $400 and $500. This is at $300. Cool. So you get, and what $300 comes with is you get the screen, the docking bay, the controllers that pop on the side. They can also pop out. A carrying case, I believe, some form of carrying case, and the mold for they're called Joy-Cons. The mold for it, you can put them in and have it. And that all comes with, I think it all comes with it. I could be wrong. At the very least, it comes with the screen, the controller sides, and the carrying case, and the dock. Now, the big reason why everyone has been shitting on it is because the peripherals have cost a lot of money. Like the controllers, extra controllers are $60 to $80. But the way I see it, the idea behind the Switch, the kind of the ideology behind it is, you're gonna have a Switch, I'm gonna have a Switch, Brett's gonna have a Switch, Pat's gonna have a Switch.
You don't know me
and
like
when
that.
we get together,
we
get together, we can play right then and there with our experience. So, for instance, if we want to play Mario Kart, and all of us have the big screen, instead of us sharing the big screen and doing it four ways, we can just play right here with the pad in our lap. And if you don't want to play it that way, the screens have a kickstand on them, so you can prop it up and just have a controller and just play normally.
That's cool.
Or you can bring the dock with you and play on a TV, whatever you want. I think it's going to be tight. I'm super excited for it. But then again, everyone thinks that I just suck the fat dick of Nintendo all the time. So what do I know? No joke. There was a guy. I made a video last week about my trip to New York, and to be clear, Nintendo did not pay me for the trip to New York. They didn't give me any compensation or stipend or anything. They just flew me out for the event, and they flew out everyone, press, YouTubers, streamers, celebrities. They were all at this event, and I got to explore New York, the Nintendo World Store. I got to play the Switch and all these games, and I actually got to interview Miyamoto and Aonuma in regards to Breath of the Wild, which is the launch game coming out with the Nintendo Switch. And it was a great time, and Bradley edited this awesome video. I was really happy to share with you guys. And one of the top comments that made me really bummed out was, it had a bunch of thumbs ups, and it says something along the lines of, "Looks like Jirard's prepping to wear his knee pads again." And I saw that, and I was like, fuck, man. Like, one, that was a good roast. Like, that's yeah. Like, it
requires a little work on the reader's part. It's good.
Yeah.
Like, it's subtle. Well done.
It's a good, subtle roast.
Well
I can't. But then, like, I thought about it more, and I was like, that pisses me off.
Why does it piss you off?
It pissed me off for several reasons. One, I've, like, worked my ass off to the bone to prove to Nintendo, let alone game companies, that what we do here matters, and what we create is cool and, like, has weight and is important. And we were, like, celebrating games in the gaming community. And the fact that it's just, like, that people view me as, like, a commercial shitfest for Nintendo in some capacity, it just bums me out. Because if there is a company that I want to respect me and love and care about me, it is Nintendo. It's been my dream to work for Nintendo or work with Nintendo in a capacity. And the fact that that is a real living thing for me is super awesome. Like, I not a lot of people say they can achieve their dreams, and I'm happy that I've achieved that dream. It just doesn't feel good when someone says your dream sucks.
Right.
And that you just suck dick for the company. And it's like, I don't know. Like, it hurts me on a personal and emotional level.
Let it go, baby. Anybody that would take the time to be like, I will write this comment, instead of just like thinking that and just thinking it to yourself and going to find another video to watch. Anybody who would take the time to write that, who cares about their opinion anyway?
It's true. And for the most part, it rolls off my back. Like, it's no big deal. But sometimes they hit you in the face, and you're kind of just, like, dazed for a while. Like, which one of y'all hit me? And then you're kind of like...
Me.
But But then you think about it and you're like, oh, I want to punch back. I want to hit them back because that you get to that point where it's emotionally, it's just too close to home. And you're like, fuck, man, that hurts.
Let it go, man. Hitting back only leads to a cycle of violence. You know
It's
what I mean?
true. It's true. But with that said, I had a great time. I got to play, a few nights ago, I got to go to Yacht Club headquarters and I played Shovel Knight. I played this new Spectre Knight DLC on the Nintendo Switch, and that was super duper fun. I'm super excited
Shovel
for that.
Knight. I really should.
Oh my god.
I'm
Brad,
down. They're like
it's
platformers,
so
right?
awesome. It's so
Is it
good.
a platformer?
It's a platformer. It's a platformer. It's a platformer. You play as Shovel Knight. Your weapon is a shovel, and you dig stuff and you beat people up with it.
How much does it cost?
Like $15.
Hey, let me get $20. Let me get 20. Don't Venmo me. Don't do that. Stop.
No, hold on.
Stop.
I need to do this.
Stop.
I expect you to do this.
Oh no, you owe me money anyway. Because I just ordered food for you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. Brett Bayonne, there you are. I owe you what? $15 for the food.
I don't know. I don't know how much it was.
15 plus 15 for Shovel Knight. What console are you gonna get it on?
PS4.
PS4.
It's on PS4?
On PS4, you get to fight Kratos.
Really?
Yeah, he's like a special boss.
I'll get the Shovel
Exclusive
Knight.
boss.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna say, I'll throw in 20 just in case. So 20 and 50, 35. That sounds good.
Wow, thank you.
Shovel
Done.
Knight. The nice thing about Shovel Knight now is if you buy it now. So Shovel Knight is being split into different parts.
Okay.
So if you bought Shovel Knight from now and previously, all the DLC is free. So
I get all the DLC?
yeah. So they released Shovel Knight by itself, and then because of the Kickstarter game, they brought in different like DLC aspects for stretch zones.
Yeah.
So stretch rewards, but because it hasn't taken them long, but because they've designed each DLC to retroactively be an entire new game, they've now started to release those DLCs as independent games. So if you want to play, for instance, I think it's like 15. It's going to be. I think the price on Shovel Knight is being raised to $25 for the full version, or you can buy each iteration of the game.
I see.
For $10
Individually.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
So if you don't want to necessarily play the Shovel Knight, but you want to play as Plague Knight or Spectre Knight,
But I can get the pack with all of them, right?
yes, you can. So
That's the one I'll do.
so there's Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, which has all of them. Then there's Shovel Knight Shovel of Hope, which is just Shovel Knight. Then there's Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment, which is the Spectre Knight campaign. And then there's Plague Knight or Shovel Knight Plague of Darkness or Plague of Shadows, which is the Plague Knight DLC. And they have King Knight coming out later on next year.
Jesus.
And then they're gonna have a reverse gender knight because in the game you play as Shovel Knight trying to save the love of your life, who is Shield Knight, and Shield Knight's a woman and Shovel Knight's a man. In the reverse mode, you play as female Shovel Knight trying to save male Shield Knight. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Thank you, my dude. I'm going to go home and download that tonight.
Yeah, it's an incredible game.
And you know what else?
Huh.
It's like a free game for me because you paid for it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go home and download that free game. And unlike Al, I'm actually going to play it. That's right.
The shade.
Tossing it.
The shade.
Like the goddamn tree just tossing
The
shade.
shade.
That's right. You hear me?
He's like the fucking mana tree. He just put his leaves all over your
Shade,
head.
homie.
That shade.
It must be a cool 79 degrees over there. Exquisite.
Feels good.
All right. You know what we did recently? We had the Santelethon. That was fun.
The Santelethon. We
Thank
raised
you both for showing up to that.
Yeah, we raised what, $3,400 for Santel?
Yes.
That's
well,
crazy.
For couch fighters in general. We had a nice big stream the other day, and we did it to, number one, get Santel a PS4, but I think we raised the money for that before we even started playing any video games.
Yeah, the stream started and then it was like you hit your goal right away.
So thank you to everybody that showed up for that, who donated, and who just hung out with us. Or anybody that's like watched our channel, Couch Fighters in general, in the past year or so, we thank you. It was a great time.
Yeah.
But I want to bring that up because it's something else that we did in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah,
You know
go
what
for
I
it.
did?
What'd you do?
I saw Split.
Oh, Split, the
Shyamalan.
James McAvoy movie.
Yes!
Is it good?
It's fine. However, McAvoy's performance is stellar.
Ooh.
Go see it just for McAvoy. Literally, go see it just to watch a dude act his ass off.
I feel like McAvoy probably. I used to really make fun of him.
For what?
What's that Angelina Jolie movie with the bullet?
Wanted.
Wanted.
I thought Wanted was horrible.
It is horrible. Good job.
But like seeing him in the Frankenstein film and in X-Men,
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed his work.
He's
And
he's incredible.
he takes it very seriously, and he's gotten better and better as with his age, if you will. So I'm excited to see.
Go see Split.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
Al, you down with Split?
I don't know what it's about, but sure.
The premise is a couple of teen girls get kidnapped and locked away by a dude with dissociative identity disorder. So he has like multiple personalities.
Oh.
Oh wow.
And some of them they can trust, some of them they cannot.
Wow. So that's really an actor's plight right there. That's like the ultimate challenge for an actor to be the same person but play different roles.
It was incredible. It was really incredible to watch him do that. You believe it every second. Oh, I did.
That's crazy.
I went and saw Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
Oh my God, you saw that movie. Please tell me about that movie. I want you to spoil everything. Yes. I'm not going to see it.
Okay. Okay.
Capcom, I love you, but
This
Jesus.
is now going to be here. How about this, Bradley? Put like a spoiler logo on the screen.
Welcome to the spoil
As
zone.
long as this is on the screen, you can mute the microphone as of right now and be fine. And when it's removed, we will continue the podcast.
Welcome to the Wait a minute, wait. When you say mute the microphone,
Or we'll mute the audio for us.
you're talking to the people at home.
Yes.
Right, I don't want Bradley to mute us.
No, Bradley, don't mute us. No. Mute. You put that logo, and then people they press the mute button on their shit, and then when we're done, you can and the logo's gone, you can turn it back on.
Now, Al, are you familiar with the Resident Evil movies?
Yes. I
Now,
actually am.
Okay, good. Gerard, here's what I don't want.
Okay.
I don't want you to take us through a play-by-play of the movie.
Sure.
That's unnecessary.
Sure.
Here's what I want you to do.
Yes.
I want you to tell me the beats. But before we begin that, let's go ahead and get everybody up to speed. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Sure. You want to are you gonna do the first 5 movies right now?
Here we go.
All right.
First movie, Alice was lady. She woke up in the underground umbrella facility. Uh-oh. Zombies everywhere. I think we contained it. I'm Alice and I lived, but it broke out. Number 2. A virus gets out. Raccoon City is messed up. Nemesis is after us, but don't worry. I'm Alice, and me and some friends, we got out. Number 3.
Before you go on,
Yes,
Brett,
please.
I want to say those 2 films right there, in my opinion, are the best out of the franchise.
Yeah, definitely.
Because not only do they represent the exact portation, like almost a telling portrait of the games, but they're very self-contained. They're very these are these movies,
Right.
and that's it. Continue.
Number 3, all I remember is that there's a desert.
It is years after 2. They are in the desert. They're in Las Vegas specifically.
Right.
And apparently, if I remember correctly, there is a underground facility that is being operated by Dr. Isaacs, who is the half co-creator of Umbrella Corporation.
Why are they there? What are they trying to do?
He supposedly it is one of the last few operating facilities in the States.
Well, why is Alice there?
Because she wants to find a cure / stop everything. And it turns out that Dr. Isaacs was cloning her over and over again.
Oh, that's right. That was the
So
movie
the
that ended
end-
with
At the end of Resident Evil 3, Wesker is in it.
Yeah.
And the heads that are alive of Umbrella Corporation are they're Skyping basically. and Alice shows up at Dr. Isaac's camp and is like, "Hey, what's up? We're coming for you, bitches." And it's like she has an army of Alices.
Yeah. And then in the 4th movie opening, they all get wrecked.
On the 4th movie opening, all of them die.
It's such a dick tease,
All
dude.
of them get killed in I kid you not, the first 5 minutes, all of them get killed.
Of the 4th one.
Of the 4th
Was the 4th one the one that was on a ship?
It ends with them on a ship.
Okay.
They go to L.A. L.A. is falling apart. They meet. Oh, sorry. Let me just go back a second. In Resident Evil 2, Claire Redfield is there.
Yeah. No, 3.
3.
Yeah.
In Vegas, Claire Redfield's there.
Yeah.
In 4, it's Claire Redfield and Chris Redfield.
All right.
Okay.
They're both
So,
awful.
They go to the boat. And Jill Valentine's also in the second one.
True.
The end of the movie, they go to the boat. There's like a lab there, like a farm there. I think I'm paraphrasing this point because it's been fucking forever. And on the boat, Wesker is there, and Alice fights Wesker, and Wesker is too powerful.
What
and
are they
scary.
trying to do in the 4th one?
I honestly fucking forgot.
Let's go to number 5.
Hold on, but I gotta explain for it to set up the stakes.
Okay.
So Alice has been experimented on in all 3 movies, and she gets superpowers.
Right.
She can like breathe fire and shit. I think she can control fire. Anyways, so
The birds.
so at the end of Resident Evil 4, Wesker sticks her with vaccine that removes her abilities.
So he Metroids her.
Yes, and so at the end of 4, ends with Chris, Claire, all the survivors that are with them, and Alice looking up in the sky as a Resident Evil 5 Jill with her outfit and red
Right.
fucking spider manipulator thing
Right.
are about to rain hell on the boat. That's how Resident Evil 4 ends.
All right. I don't remember part 5 at all.
Part 5 for some weird reason starts off exactly where we left them off at
Great.
the boat.
That's what you want.
Action sequence,
Yeah.
okay? It is implied that everyone gets killed. But then, for some unfucking known reason, Alice gets kidnapped and awakes in a Moscow facility.
So they kidnap her.
They kidnap her and they put her in the Moscow facility. And the Moscow facility she is underground in a Russian Moscow like submarine base. And Umbrella has that base there. And that base is where they manufactured the viruses. It's like an outbreak testing facility. And so what they did was they have different zones. There's a Tokyo zone, a suburbia zone, a Russia zone, and they like nurture the virus and see how it affects and changes people.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. So it starts out with Alice waking up nude, like she does.
Of course, you got to do it. Yeah.
She wakes up nude, and then she gets broken out of the facility. She gets like alluded to getting broken out, and it's revealed that Wesker and Ada Wong, who has never been in the franchise at this point, they want to get her out of the facility.
All right.
Now
So
let me remind you that at the end of 4, Wesker tried to kill Alice.
Right.
Okay. Beginning of 5, Wesker's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I need you. We need you to stop the Red Queen. The Red Queen is evil. We have to stop the Red Queen. Now, the Red Queen is the AI system that runs all of Umbrella stuff.
Ugh.
And so the Red Queen, Jill Valentine, and all of the Umbrella employees are trying to kill Alice, while Alice and Ada Wong are trying to get out of the facility and meet at the rendezvous point. The rendezvous point is outside, and while they're going there, Leon Kennedy, Barry, and 2 other dudes are like their rendezvous capture dudes. So the whole movie is them meeting up and then getting out of the facility. In the mix of all of it, like Alice is a part of. Alice has been cloned several times, right? So in that suburbia testing facility, there is an Alice clone that has a daughter. And so the daughter in one of the simulations sees her mom get killed, but then runs into the real Alice. And so the real Alice feels bad and wants to take the daughter with her.
All right, so now Alice has got a daughter.
Yeah. The movie ends
Yeah.
with them getting out of the facility.
Yeah.
They go to the White House.
The White House is still
The
there?
White House is still there. It is the last standing building in the whole country that's like still operating. And Wesker apparently is like the president, if you will. He's
I'm
like
the president.
He's at the executive desk, and they free Jill. So at the last shot of the movie is Alice with guns pointing out, Leon Kennedy with the gun, Ada Wong with the gun, Jill with the gun, and Wesker. And they're all just staring out. And as it pans out, there's just hordes of zombies, flying monsters from RE6 and 5, just destruction, chaos. And that's how the 5th movie ends.
Oh, Lord.
That's how it ends.
All right.
The 6th movie. Are you all ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to share the experience.
Just tell me how it ends.
The movie just came out, so all of you are going to go see it, but whatever. So.
Wait.
Yeah.
Never mind. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was wondering if, like, now we should put up the spoilers, because for all that shit is old.
No, well, that's still spoilers to some people.
Yeah,
but.
you're right. You're right.
So, RE6. Now, all the movies all start out with her saying, "My name is Alice," and then she recaps all of the movies.
Gross.
That's how they all start. All of them start the same way. So, Resident Evil, the final chapter, starts out the same way. My name is Alice. Here's everything that's happened from Resident Evil 1 through 5. They really blur the lines between all of it. But what they do establish for the first time ever is why the T virus was created. And it is revealed that Dr. Isaacs' partner had a daughter, and that daughter had a degenerative disease that was killing her. And so he worked his ass off to create the T virus, or the T vaccine, to save his daughter's life. He gave it to her, it worked, and she turned out okay, right? However, Dr. Isaacs was like, yo, we could actually save the world and take care of everyone with this virus, or with this vaccine, if we share it. So they share it with everyone, and they realize, wait, it didn't work, and people turn into zombies. And so they cover up the whole thing, and the doctor is like, yo, why we can't do that. And he goes, oh, I'm Dr. Isaacs and I'm evil, so I'm going to kill you. So he kills the father who created the vaccine, created the T virus essentially. And so the daughter sees all of this and is like, oh my God, how could you do this? Blah, blah, blah. You killed him. And he goes, yeah, but you know what? You now own half of the Umbrella Corporation. So like, you're in this now. And so, and then fast forward to current day, everything's happened. Cut to the White House. The White House. Alice wakes up. Everyone's dead.
Wesker's dead?
They don't even... He's not dead. But, like, as far as we know, Ada's dead. Leon's dead. Jill is dead.
We don't see bodies?
Chris Redfield's dead. We just assume they're dead because she is the only person alive at the White House.
So you're telling me that the last movie ends with, like, time for our final battle as a team. 6th movie opens up, it's like, I'm alone.
Yeah. Oh. Not to mention...
Do they ever get mentioned in the film?
No. Never once are their names ever dropped or said.
Couldn't afford those actors.
Are you serious?
I kid you not. They never once say their names.
Wesker shows up, though.
Wesker is in the movie.
Oh, my God.
Claire Redfield is also in the movie. Now, may I remind you, Claire Redfield was not in Resident Evil 5 at the White House. She was not there.
Oh, man.
Anyways.
Wow, they don't care.
So, well, here's the thing. What I will say about, because I got to meet Mila Jovovich and the directors and producers.
You did?
I didn't like walk up to them. I could see them, take photos with them. I didn't. It just was like, I love your work, not like for Resident Evil, but like their work ethic rather. This is. Oh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
No, you're fine.
I'm gonna get in so much trouble. But anyways, the one thing I will say is that in the theater, everyone was smiling and laughing and clapping. And I realized in that moment that as much as I dislike these movies for the past 15 years have been entertaining millions of people,
Yeah.
and the people who worked on them really loved them. And
course.
so I really honored and respected that. And I was able to, like, not forgive the movies, but just kind of go like, okay, I get why these were made, and I accept them for what they are. They're not good, but you can have it. You know what I mean?
So how did it end?
Well, okay. So Alice wakes up, chaos is everywhere, and she's walking around killing monsters. And the Red Queen, the killer umbrella AI, comes down, reaches out to Alice and goes, "Hey, letting you know, there's only 3,000 humans left on the Earth,
Damn.
and soon they're all going to. The rest of the world's going to perish. The only way that you can actually save mankind is to get the vaccine for the T virus that was made." Great. Not a bad idea. The Killer Queen's programming is designed to kill Alice and any non-Umbrella Corporation employees. So she's told to kill Alice even though she doesn't want to. So she tells Alice, "You have to go back." Go back where?
Raccoon City.
Raccoon City. So the whole movie is Alice racing to go back to Raccoon City to the hive in which she must get the vaccine to go airborne and save everyone.
Does she do it?
She does. That's
So you're telling me the climax has scenes of zombies turning back into people?
no, they all die. It kills the T virus, so it kills everyone who's infected. So she stops all the zombies basically.
So the world is only left with 3,000 people?
Yes, but at least they can maintain mankind. Now, that's not the crazy shit. That, to me, in terms of a plot, may be the most strong plot out of any of the films.
Fair enough.
There's a clear objective. There's stakes along the way.
Right.
Great. Okay. So on her way back to Raccoon City, Dr. Isaacs shows up.
What's up?
Here's the issue. At the end of RE3, Dr. Isaacs died.
Really?
Yes. It turns out that Dr. Isaacs cloned himself. In fact,
Oh, boy.
there's so many clones in these fucking franchises, I can't handle it. So she runs into him again, and he is aware that she's trying to get the vaccine, and she's trying to stop him. That's what she's trying to do. So he's like the main antagonist for this film. They get to Raccoon City, and Claire Redfield, for some weird reason, is now back there. Now, no explanation why, but the last time we saw her, she was on a boat in Los Angeles,
Right.
about to get blown to smithereens. That
Right.
was the last time we saw Claire Redfield.
Right.
So here we are again in Raccoon City, and she says, "Hey, we need to get to the hive so I can get the vaccine out." And the whole time, all the side characters are like, "Yo, I don't trust Alice. I don't trust her. I don't trust her." And Claire's like, "Shut the fuck up. I know this girl. She's great. Shut up." So then Isaacs and his team are like riding these impressive umbrella tanks into Raccoon City, and they're bringing with them all of the hordes they can round up of zombies. They want to destroy the hive.
All right.
So they're on their way there, blah blah blah, and then basically her crew and them get to the hive while Dr. Isaacs is chasing them down. And then the rest of the movie is them sneaking themselves back into the hive to get the vaccine. And along the way, there's like moments where they're like, "Oh, we've been in this room before." Flashback to the first movie.
Yep.
We fought this monster. Flashback to the second movie.
Yeah,
and third movie.
right,
The
right,
idea
right.
is that it's kind of like nostalgically wrapping up the places and things we've seen in the past two films.
I gotcha.
So they get to basically all of her team dies. They all get murdered along the way, except for Claire.
Of course.
Claire lives. So Claire gets down to the bottom of where the bottom of the hive, and fucking Wesker is sitting there with the hive, and it's basically revealed that Dr. Isaacs and the daughter of the guy who created the T virus, she was the original Alice. Alice was a clone the whole time. She was a clone of the original creator or the original recipient of the T virus. And so her function, her programming from the old woman's perspective was to stop Umbrella and take everything down. And so Dr. Isaac's whole thing was he sold the weapon to all the countries across the world, and all of the employees and staff of Umbrella who could afford it were then basically put into cryogenic chambers. So when the world was over, they would inherit it and rebuild it. And so it was all super biblical, right?
All right.
So,
all right.
But in that, Wesker wakes up the original Dr. Isaacs.
Ah.
So the Dr. Isaacs that's out in the field driving that fucking tank is a clone. And so the movie, the final climax of the movie is Dr. Isaacs versus Alice. And Claire's also there, but she's not doing anything.
Right.
And Wesker's in the room, and the old lady's in the room as well. So, best part of the movie, worst part of the movie. The Red Queen is on the side of Alice and the old lady. Dr. Isaacs, I kid you not, says, well, look at here. Isn't it the Trinity of bitches? I kid you not. That is a line in the movie, Trinity of bitches.
Yo.
Whole movie,
Did people laugh?
Yes. I laughed. It was too funny. And so...
That's kind of what we are.
So Dr. Isaacs, basically, his superpower is that he can...
That's your name of the episode, by the way, Brett.
What?
Trinity of bitches.
So Dr. Isaacs has the ability to move fast and do everything like superpowers, so like Wesker. But there's this great moment right after all this where the old lady Alice goes, the killer queen, the Red Queen, is designed to protect Umbrella corporate employees and destroy anyone who is not an employee.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me they stole the ending from RoboCop. You're telling me that the old lady fires Dr. Isaacs?
She fires Wesker. And then Wesker goes, what? And then a door comes crushing down and
kills Wesker?
And severs Wesker's legs.
Ah!
And Wesker...
That's a ripoff of RoboCop.
Wesker falls over. He's slowly dying. Alice takes a grenade, puts it in his hand, and says, when you stop breathing and you drop this grenade, the whole building blows.
It's Terminator. They robo Terminated the movie.
So Wesker is dying, holding the grenade in his hand. The old lady is sitting there with Wesker, and she's like, just die already. Like, literally is like, just fucking die already so we can all die. Mm. And Alice and Claire are fighting Dr. Isaacs in the grid room from the first movie. Did you ever see the first one?
Yeah.
Remember the grid room where it was like...
It's the most iconic part of the fucking film.
Yeah, so the final fight of the film is them in that grid laser room.
Wow.
But it's been so ashed up from so many victims, they can't see the walls. And so, like, the lasers just come on and try killing them. And so, that's essentially how they fight. Dr. Isaacs, like, punches Claire. Claire goes in the corner, and Claire is just in the corner for the rest
She's on timeout.
For the rest of the film.
Got it.
Just in the corner. Alice fights Dr. Isaacs, defeats him, gets her her fingers chopped off. They take the elevator back up to release the vaccine. On the way up, the Dr. Isaacs that's in the tank with the zombies shows up and wants to kill Alice and the Hive. But then the real Dr. Isaacs appears.
Oh my god.
And the two of them are like, who the fuck are you? You're the clone. And then zombies kill both of them.
Yay!
And then Alice drops the vaccine. It kills all the zombies. The world is restored. Now, supposedly, and this is what I forgot to tell you, the end of RE4, what happens? Wesker injects her with the vaccine, and she loses her powers.
Yeah.
End of RE5, Wesker injects her with her powers again.
God, that's dumb.
Beginning of RE6, the Red Queen reveals that Wesker never gave her powers.
Okay.
She just has the T-virus again.
So she dies to the virus? Or the vaccine?
She dies to the vaccine. But because her body mutated with the vaccine and the virus, she doesn't die. And then the old lady, because the Red Queen like holds the young memories of the girl, and the old woman has her whole life memories, they download them to basically a contact, and they give it to Alice, because Alice, the whole trilogy, doesn't know who she is, where she's from, or anything. So she puts in this contact, and she downloads all of her memories, and she basically becomes a complete person. And then she's like, great, I'm going to restore humanity back to life. And then, but as she's flying away from Raccoon City on her bike, the big-ass flying monsters from 6, they're not T-virus based, and they're still around killing people. And so it ends with, my name is Alice, and I'm going to save the world. And she fucking rides on the bike until the movie ends. Resident Evil, the final chapter.
I feel like I want to go to sleep. Like,
Yeah.
that's just awful.
It was pretty bad. It was a bit upsetting of how it happened. But you know what? Like, what can we do? That's just what it is.
Well, I'm glad that you saw it and not us.
I'm glad that you, like, see that.
Wow, thanks for listening, guys. It's like we all went to the movies together.
Yeah.
That was really cool. But I guess, Bradley, you can remove the spoil zone.
Well, I
decal.
would like to, at this point, I would normally dive into comments, but we haven't really gotten any comments recently.
Makes
So,
sense. Makes sense.
I can't believe we talked about Resident Evil for that long. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Brett, you know what
Yes.
I'd love to do?
Uh-huh.
Let's, you and me, sit down with Michael Barrity, and I'd love to do a what if the Resident Evil movies were good.
That'd be a 2-second video. Just turn it on and be a screen with nothing on it.
That would make it good.
Make it better.
Just a black screen. You think the movies were that bad? The black screen is more entertaining?
I'm just ripping them. Yeah, I mean, we can make the Resident Evil movies good, but I'm letting you know, like, it wouldn't be like, what? Okay, now how do we make Resident Evil Part 2 and 3 good? I'm letting you know that if we started from the beginning and made the first movie good, they'd be so different that 2, 3, 4 wouldn't even be recognizable. You know what I mean?
I'm fine with that if it means that we get a cohesive story that makes sense, that is terrifying and fun, and isn't an action one-liner fest off.
Oh, my God. Well,
Right?
yeah.
Right?
There's so many movies out there that I would love to, fix.
I mean, I already talked about this in the video. Assassin's Creed, the movie, was not good.
Oh,
It
man.
made me sad.
Oh,
Made me real sad.
I would love a good video game movie.
That's what I'm saying. Brett, let's fucking make that movie.
What, you mean, like, make a movie?
You and I pitch it to the world. We'll write a script.
All
We
right.
do a pitch. And if people like it, we'll crowdfund it and make the movie.
Which franchise?
Pick a franchise. In my opinion,
Yeah.
the problem is that all the stories I wanted to tell were told already in a way where it would require so much of a licensing hassle to make it work.
Like what? Give me an example.
Resident Evil. I'd love to tell a good Resident Evil story. I would love to tell a compelling Max Payne story.
I see.
Max Payne is like one of my favorite video game characters that I don't really talk about that often because the movie was so bad, I'm hurt.
Last of Us.
Last of Us doesn't need...
No, it doesn't need it.
It's
but
great.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't need a movie.
Yeah. It's
But-
going to get one, probably.
Probably.
But we can't control that.
Fuck it. Let's do Halo.
You want to do a good Halo film?
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg directed a whole series about that.
A series?
He did a Halo series.
Oh, that stuff. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, man. All right, fine. Then we'll just do Sonic. We'll take his legs. How about that?
Let's go.
Let's do a live-action Sonic movie.
Let's do it.
But instead of like having like CG, it'll be like a dude who always wears like a blue suit and he always runs fast with his red sneakers. And they call him Sonic, but his name is actually like Steve. Yeah, and that'll be the Sonic movie. It'll be like, stylistic. It'll be an interpretation of it. Doesn't that sound great, you guys? Doesn't that sound like something you'd want to see?
This has been the podcast.
Send us your Kermits so we can answer some
your
Kermits.
I got some Kermits, but all of them were very scattered. Send a Kermit storm. Send the Kermit Storm.
We'd love to hear him.
Yeah. With that said, guys, I'm glad we're back.
Hell yeah.
I want to apologize to the both of you for talking about Resident Evil.
I asked for it. I tried to fucking curtail it. I'm like, don't say the movie.
I'm
and
sorry.
Like, Jirard was like,
sorry.
I'm going to tell you the fucking movie.
I'm sorry. I told you the movie.
I walked into it. I'm sorry, Al.
Oh, let me tell you
That's
this,
all
though. The sad thing is that there were so many characters in the last movie, I don't remember any of their names.
Makes sense. I believe it.
I was just going to say, like, I don't know of any other villain who's almost successfully killed off everyone on Earth.
Yeah, they got real close, didn't they?
Yeah.
From 7 billion to 3,000? Wow. Pretty good. Good job.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's been the podcast. Welcome to New Year's and all that fun stuff. I've been Jirard.
I was Brett.
I think I'm Al.
You think?
You were also skeptical of
No.
everything.
No, we're not
Yeah,
skeptical.
yeah.
We're fine.
All right, then I guess I am Al.
Great.
We'll see you next time, okay?
I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. We'll be back soon in full speed ahead. You guys are awesome. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bartleby.
Bartleby.
Barbecue. Pat, this is the part where you turn everything off.
Oh, we're still
No.
going. Okay, great. Bye.
Bradley, help, please. Pat, turn off everything.
Bye.
Bradley.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're still doing this? Okay. Well, may as well keep talking about,
Resident Evil. It's so bad!